So here Beer-Lambert's law. Okay, so these Lambert's-Beer's law we use to determine the qualitative concentration of sample solution. Okay, so here in this Lambert-Beer's law we determine the absorbance of sample. Okay, so this in figure light source are used I0. Okay, so this is the incident light, and then sample, there are different concentration of sample. Okay, so then I is the transmitted light. Okay, so absorption, calculate what is the absorbance. Absorbance is the log of ratio of intensity of incident light and transmitted light. Okay, so A is equal to log I0 upon I. So this I0, it means intensity of incident light, and I is the intensity of transmitted light. So absorbance is equal to A equal to log A I0 upon I. So Lambert's-Beer's law state that absorbance of sample is directly proportional to concentration and to the path length of the light. Okay, so Lambert's-Beer's law, A is directly proportional to C into L. Absorbance is directly proportional to concentration in path length. Okay, into path length. So Lambert's-Beer's law, therefore A is equal to epsilon into C into L. Okay, absorbance is equal to epsilon into concentration into length. Okay, so A absorbance is equal to extinction coefficient into concentration of solution into length of cell. Okay, so E is known as a molar absorptivity. Okay, so then molar extinction coefficient E value is constant for given sample under the given set of condition. Okay, so this is the Lambert-Beer's equation. A is equal to E epsilon into C into L. Okay, absorbance. Absorbance is equal to E into C into L. So here energy absorption. Okay, so energy absorption is visible radiation are more energetic in UV. Visible radiation are more energetic, and absorption of these radiation by organic molecules. Okay, and they electronic excitation. To process electronic excitation is accomplished by a large number of vibrational, still large number of rotational changes. Okay, so if molecules exposed in this UV radiation, molecule absorbs light and they vibrate as well as rotational change occur. Okay, so rotational energy levels, then vibrational energy levels. Okay, so in this between electronic transition takes place. Okay, so then absorption light we calculate E1 into E1 minus E2. Okay, so UV spectrum are relatively broad. Why UV spectrum are relatively broad? Because of in this spectrum molecules absorb light energy, then vibrate, and then they rotate. Okay, so in this molecule vibrational changes as well as rotational changes occurs. Okay, so that's why possible to resolve all these spectral band which get mixed together, and therefore band in UV spectrums are relatively broad. Okay, so in this figure, okay, energy changes. Okay, molecule absorbs to rotational energy level and then they increase E2 vibrational energy level, and these two energy level, rotational as well as vibrational level, resolve and shows UV spectrum are relatively broad. Next is the excitation, electronic excitation. Okay, absorption of electromagnetic radiation of wavelength can cause excitation of electron from bonding molecular orbital to anti-bonding molecular orbital. Okay, so these excitation types of electron present in molecule. Okay, there are different types of electronic excitation. First, sigma electron. Okay, so molecule consists different types of electrons: sigma electron, pi electron, and non-bonding electron. Okay, so these first compound containing sigma electron means saturated compound. Okay, so sigma bond electron present in sigma bond. Okay, and pi electron present in pi bond. Okay, sigma bond means alkane consists a sigma bond. Pi bond means it's alkene. Okay, double bond pi bond consists, and then non-bonding electron presents the unshared pair of electron. It means lone pair of electrons are present. Okay, so electronic excitation, absorption of electronic radiation of wavelength and can cause a excitation of electron. Okay, bonding molecular orbitals to anti-bonding molecular orbital. Okay, lower energy level to higher energy level. There are three types of electronic excitation. First is the sigma electron excitation, pi electron excitation, and non-bonding electron excitation. Okay, so there are types of excitation. Next, electronic excitation. Okay, so here in figure diagram shows electronic transition. Okay, compound containing sigma and pi bond. Okay, so these sigma and pi bond corresponding to higher energy antibonding molecular orbitals. Okay, so sigma is the bonding as well as antibonding. Okay, pi bond as well as antibonding means bonding and antibonding are present. Bonding represent a sigma or pi, so antibonding represent sigma star and pi star. Okay, so but in this, if sigma bond or if sigma types bond absorb a energy and then excite, okay, so then transition, okay, transition occurs sigma to sigma star. If molecule pi bonding, pi molecule containing molecule absorb energy and then they excite and goes to pi star means anti-bonding. Okay, suppose non-bonding electron absorb energy, they goes maybe sigma star, they maybe goes a go to the pi star. Okay, so in this last arranging order. Okay, so first relation between wavelength and energy. Last lecture we are discussed. Okay, so E is equal to H into C divided by lambda. E is equal to Planck constant into light divided by wavelength. Okay, so transition, there are different energy level. Sigma to sigma star transition, this is the highest energy. Okay, highest energy level. Okay, then n to sigma star, then pi to pi star, then n to pi star. Okay, so this is the arrangement of energy level of electronic transition. Okay, sigma to sigma star is higher in a higher electronic energy levels because of its sigma bond. Sigma bond is highest energy. So next is the type of electronic excitation. Okay, so sigma to sigma star is higher or highest energy process. Okay, sigma to sigma star is a high energy process. Absorption takes place at very short wavelength. Okay, so you know the electromagnetic spectrum, shortest wavelength is highest energetic. Okay, so sigma to sigma star high energy process, absorption takes place at very short wavelength. It means that energy, highest energy utilized. Okay, so absorb is short wavelength at 150 nanometer. Sigma to sigma star transition possible in N-hexane, methane, propane, butane types of compound. Okay, so next is the pi to pi star transition. Pi to pi star type of electronic excitation. In this, absorption takes place at 170 to 205 nanometer. Okay, so example pi to pi star transition type of excitation is alkyne, and carbonyl containing compound. Next type of electronic excitation, N2 sigma star. In this N2 sigma star, absorption takes place at 167 nanometer wavelength. Okay, example N2 sigma star absorption is heteroatoms like oxygen, sulfur, nitrogen. Okay, so oxygen containing lone pair, sulfur containing lone pair, nitrogen containing lone pair. Okay, so non-bonded electronic excitation possible in N2 sigma star. Okay, so this type of the electronic excitation. Next is the N2 pi star type electronic excitation. N2 pi star absorption takes place at 280 nanometer. Example, heteroatoms like carbon monoxide, carbon sulfide, cyanide, nitroso, these compound containing pi bond as well as unshared pair of electron, means pi bond as well as non-bonding electron, lone pair of electrons. So that's why these carbonyl containing compounds N2 pi star absorption takes place. Okay, so in this figure, okay, acetone, okay, acetone containing carbon carbonyl group. Okay, so these carbonyl group containing carbon and oxygen pi bond. Okay, so these pi bond absorb energy and forms a pi to pi star transition. Okay, so this strong transition as compared to N2 pi star transition. Okay, so in this carbon double bond oxygen carbonyl, okay, absorb light and transmit pi to pi star at 190 nanometer. But in this carbonyl containing lone pair of electron, so this is the non-bonded electron. So this non-bonded electron inhales, absorb light and transmit to N2 pi star, and this absorption takes place at 280 nanometer. Okay, so this is the N2 pi star transition. Next is the okay, so next we are discuss in next lecture. Okay, so next lecture we are discuss on effect of conjugation on position of UV band, calculation of Woodward and Fisher rule, dynes, Enon system, etc., color and visible spectra. Then application of UV spectroscopy to determine the structure. Okay, so now we are stop here. Thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day.